And we're live. Hi, welcome to Fat Product Review. My name is Crystal. So excited to have Bee here from Fat Fancy. Tell everybody where Fat Fancy is and how they could find you, Bee.
We are in Portland, Oregon, and you can find me at fatfancyfashions.com, on Instagram under Fat Fancy, and on Facebook under Fat Fancy.
And you are at Fat Fancy right now.
And I'm currently here, yes. Clothing racks, disco ball. Very
Love
excited.
It. So tell us how because I don't think you really sell online. And first of all, you're a consignment store, so that would be really difficult to sell online. How would you even do that? So you are a consignment store for plus sizes. So where do you start as far as sizing goes?
We started at size 14, and then we consign to as large as we can find. There is no end cap for us. We want people of all sizes to be able to shop here. So 14 and up.
How long has Fat Fancy been around in Portland?
Oh my gosh. So 11 years now we've been in Portland. I'm the second set of owners. There's first generation owners, which are Annie and Carly.
Yeah.
And they owned it until 2016 when I took over, and my business partner who left the business in 2018. And then now it's just been me.
Wow, how exciting. Portland has such a cool fat community, a lot of fat community, right?
Yes. Huge fat community.
That's so cool. It's the same here in the Bay Area. A lot of fat activists, a lot of fat community. We're kind of splintered around because we're in Berkeley and San Francisco. We're down here in San Jose, and then some in the other parts of the Bay. But Oakland has a lot of fat activists. Thank God. Yeah. So I don't know if there's any fat consignment stores here. I can't think of any. Do you know of any?
In LA, there's the Plus Bus, and that would probably be the closest to you.
That's like an 8-hour drive. So
yeah.
I always wanted to open up a consignment store here, but after owning Curvy Girl for 5 years, my brain was like, no.
Yep.
It's how hard. Stressful it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got like a pinched nerve in my brain. It's called trigeminal neuralgia. So after 5 years, I decided, okay, that's enough. But Tigress Osborne, you probably know her.
Yeah.
Okay. She's so generous. She said the kindest thing to me when I made the decision to close my store, and I was really sad. She said, the thing about it is, Crystal, stores come and go, but communities are forever. And I was like, yeah, whatever, but now I know it. Now I know isn't that so sweet? And then she's so right. I still have a wonderful, amazing fat community. So, but you're selling most of your product via social media, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. That's how COVID has transformed. Yeah. On Facebook, mostly Facebook Lives. We do them Monday through Thursday at 8 p.m. And it's like a QVC style shopping show. It's super fun. It's me, and I'm showing stuff and telling you all about it with a little positivity and fat acceptance and radical fat politics sprinkled in.
Oh yeah, I love it. That's awesome. I love watching your shows. And so where do your clothes come from?
All over the place, everywhere. I have folks mail them in. You can mail me clothes through fatfancyfashions.com. And then local fatties, people will drive from all over the country or fly in with clothes. Literally my clothes are sourced from everywhere.
Awesome. Yeah, I've seen people say, I'm going to make a trip special to Fat Fancy, or they're flying in or driving in. And I think too, there's some events that happen in Portland, pre-COVID, I don't know about now, but wasn't there like a big event called Knockout there?
Yes, Knockout is so fun. Claire Duty of Copper Union organizes Knockout. It is the plus size event here in Portland. And we also have Big Splash, which is a fat pool party, and Chunky Dunk, which is another fat pool party, more of a family-centered pool party.
Right, we have a Chunky Dunk here too, but based in Sacramento, sometimes in the East Bay too. But yeah, isn't that so cool? I love it. Can you imagine, for me when I was 10 years old, to see fat people out having fun, fat people in bikinis and bathing suits at a pool party? I grew up in Las Vegas, so of course everybody has a swimming pool.
Yeah.
And, most fat girls wear their bathing suits with a t-shirt over it. That's how I grew up. That's how I got conditioned. So fun to see fat people having fun at a pool party. That's just so, you imagine all the young people whose lives that are changing as they're coming up, right? To see that. Amazing.
Absolutely. And to grow up in the age of like, what's A.D. Bryant's show?
Shrill. Is that right? No, not Shrill. On Hulu.
Yes, on Hulu. I can't remember the name of it right now. It escapes me.
Me too. I'll look it up.
But to grow up in an age with that kind of representation where we have figures like Tess Holliday in the media, Nicole Byer, we have all of these people who are really giving us some great representation. I can't imagine the like positivity that's going to come out of this generation and then and the other generations to come. I feel like we're evolving.
Even just seeing 80 on SNL, I think is so amazing, right? I mean,
yes.
They're not really known for having a lot of fat people on their show. I'm looking up 80 show right now because I can't believe neither one of us can remember the name of it. It's by the author of Shrill, right?
Shrill.
It is Shrill? Okay. Shrill.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's amazing how things are changing a little too slowly, but still it's changing. You know, I think that's true for most marginalized people, right? It's slow going, but there's a little tiny bit of progress. I do get tired of I do get tired of the little crumbs occasionally. I'll be like, fuck this, I need more. But it is getting a little better. And the fact that there's stores like your store that exist, that helps a lot. So since COVID, obviously your store has been slower. So have the online sales or the sales through your live sales, have they been better, bigger, more, or about the same?
They've been better. They're the Google Analytics on online shopping right now is there's a 70% increase in online shopping. So I think online is the way of the future, even for consignment stores. Like ours, you don't necessarily even need a storefront these days. You can have clothes mailed to you. You can have there's so many options, and online just has brought Fat Fancy into more of a global community. We have viewers from all over the world. It's so cool. And the audience has just grown over COVID because people are accessing clothing through online shopping.
Yeah, I can see it would probably be really good for your business for sure. And then how do the customers pay the shipping?
Yes, customers pay shipping. Shipping is $7.75 or more, depending on if you get multiple or bulky items. But I try and stuff as much as I can possibly fit in those boxes in them. They're all priority mail, so it's all fast shipping and any weight you can fit.
And doesn't the post office give you free material, like free boxes?
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, we get free packaging. I love shipping priority. It's the best. Yeah.
So when someone lives in Maine and they order, 2 or 3 items from you and you ship it from Portland, priority means like 2 full business days, something like that? 2 or 3?
Yep. Okay. Yep. It should usually. Yeah. I ship out on Thursdays. All my shipping.
You're breaking up a tiny bit for some reason.
And then it usually is by Monday or Tuesday, depending on.
So you try to wait for it and you do it all on Thursday. That's smart.
Oh. Yeah. Well, I do a little each day because it just gets so overwhelming. Because we've had an increase in online sales, we've had an increase in shipping. So I've just been busting my buns trying to get shipping done and recruiting my partner in, who has graciously been helping and is just wonderful.
And
so
you're helping the Postal Service, right?
Yes, save the USPS. Oh my God. I can't imagine how much shipping will be if the USPS goes out of business. It will kill small businesses.
It's such bullshit. I just can't stand freaking you know who. So yeah, he's doing everything he can to try to cheat for this election, right? So
yeah,
we need the Postal Service. It's our constitutional right also, but whatever. Most small businesses really rely on the USPS. I agree. And I mean, everybody does. So just anyway, what about, do you guys ever have events at your store?
Yes, we do. I haven't had them in a while just because things have been crazy here. But we do like fun pop-ups. I'll have a winter-long special where I have a new artist or local creator in the shop for a pop-up every weekend. or we'll do like fat poetry readings. I was going to do a fat comedy night recently where we clear out the store and bring in people and have fat comics come and just comedians come and play.
Right.
But I have a lot of ideas of things that are going to happen post-COVID that I just can't wait to do.
Yeah. At my store, we had a couple concerts. We had like an open mic night. We did a poetry slam.
Fun.
We did a comedy night once. But I had a really cool big front patio, so I was able to have my events kind of out front under this big, huge patio, and the other two businesses that were in my same shopping center, they closed in the evenings and on the weekends. So we kind of had
brilliant.
It was really fun. We got to kind of have. Oh, no, one year I had my friend bring her daughter and sold Girl Scout cookies, even though I also sold sex toys in addition to the lingerie. And she's like, my daughter knows about sex. And so people were like, Girl Scout cookies. And oh man, that girl did so well that day.
Oh, I bet. That's incredible. I love it.
Yeah, fat people are not afraid to eat food and not afraid to buy cookies and aren't afraid of carbs and aren't afraid to eat in front of other people. So the girl did really well. I love the Girl Scouts. I think it's such a great organization. They're so empowering for a lot of young women. I loved it when I was growing up. So what are your hours and what days of the week are you open right now? Because you are open, even though it's people just have to wear a mask, right?
Yep. Masks required. I'm looking at my sign right now. You have to use hand sanitizer when you come into the store. You have to put on a mask. There's a dressing room limit, and we steam every item after each people try them on. And then our hours right now are Wednesday through Saturday, 12 to 6.
Cool. So when people, if they want to ship you stuff, do they need to reach out to you first and say, hey, I'm shipping this to you, or do you want this?
Nope. Okay. Nope. You just go online to fatfancyfashions.com, and it's under our consign tab at the bottom. There's a form you print out. It's a little contract. You sign it, put it in your box, and mail it out, and then that's all you have to do. We'll sort through the clothes. Anything we don't take gets donated out to local organizations. We donate at least once a week, probably 12 bags of clothing for donation.
Oh.
Yeah, anything we don't take goes out. I wish you could see my bathroom. It's also our donation room. It is a crazy place all the time. But yeah, anything we don't take, I ask people like, hey, do you mind if I donate this for you? Please don't go to Goodwill. I'd like to give it to a local organization, and keep those clothing that in the community places where they're really needed.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now, so do you ask people to wash the clothes before they send them to you to keep them, make sure they're clean?
Absolutely.
Very cool.
They need to be fully laundered. I don't really care if you wad them up and stuff them in there as best you can. I don't care how they come. Fit them however you can get them in there. I'll steam them when they get here. So
cool.
Yeah.
Do you sell any new items?
Yeah, absolutely. So I sell a lot of body positivity merchandise, a lot of accessories, and then a lot of times we get brand new items brought to us. So we do have lots of new stuff on the racks, just from consigners, which is great. I eventually want to move into, as Fat Fancy grows, buying for my larger sizes outright. So that I do have stuff stocked up to an 8X, things that I can always be stocked on, because it is so hard to find good clothing in above a 4X. Everyone knows all of that.
Yeah, I'm a 28 pants, 28, 30 pants. So anytime you try to find anything over size 26, it's slim pickings. And when you get 32, 34, it gets smaller, just fewer, and just total nightmare.
Yep. And that's what I want to do buying new going forward. Those are the sizes I'll be buying for the store.
It must be so cool when people will give you stuff that still have the tags on it, which I know I have stuff that still have the tags on it in my closet.
Me too.
We all do it, I guess.
Yeah, we all do, because I think for fat people, we never know what size we're going to be. And it is so hard to find clothing that fits, that we like, that looks good, that's stylish. Yeah. We hold on to those clothes thinking well, if I do become a size 18 or I do become a size 30, I do want to have those options for me. So it's hard to get rid of clothes even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you were growing up, did you how did you become comfortable with the word fat? Because obviously you're very comfortable with it. I'm very comfortable with it. but people ask me all the time, like, well, how did you get there? How did that actually happen? Did it evolve for you? Did it start off slow? Was it something that one day, like for me, I went to a Lane Bryant store and they had a magazine called BBW, which not my not my favorite term now, but we're talking 40 years ago. And I didn't that was when I first learned how that you could be big and beautiful together. My mind was like blown. Like I had never heard of anything like that before. I thought for sure I was gonna always have to diet, and I was like, what is this big and beautiful? So that's where my evolution started, like about the time I was 11 or 12.
So mine came later. I would say like I had a lot of self-hatred growing up just for being plus size. I grew up in a family of small people. Besides my grandma, who was my like mentor and liaison through loving myself. She really, really tried to lay that foundation for me because I wasn't getting it in my everyday life. I was put on diets and all of those things that plus size people who grow up fat know about. I was forced to play sports year round. It was terrible. And so I internalized a lot of that fat hatred until I was about 19. And first off, my grandma told me, and I was talking to you earlier, that everybody already knows you're fat. So why are you trying to hide it? And that opened my eyes in a way I had never thought of. So I started wearing clothes that I liked, but I still really had a lot of that self-hatred in there, that wanting to be skinny, the there's a skinny girl waiting to come out,
Inside of you.
And
to get out.
Yeah, right. But I met my one of my very, very good friends, close friends. We dated for a while. She's an angel, absolute angel. She introduced me to body positivity and fat positivity. And she used the word fat so liberally. I was just like instantly enamored and like, what even? And around that time, I found Nomi Lam's essay about being queer, punk, and fat. And if I could remember the title of anything, I'd tell you it, but it's an incredible essay about those intersections and disabled and disability. And Beth Ditto was on the cover of Rolling Stone.
Oh, hell
and
yeah.
That iconic cover of Rolling Stone really, really changed my life. To see a beautiful fat person on the cover of Rolling Stone as a sex symbol and icon really changed me.
Right.
And Emily, who is the person I'm talking about, she really opened my eyes. She taught me, she really was my liaison into fatness.
Right.
And loving myself.
That's amazing. I'm so happy that you have her in your life. But it's like my boyfriend was saying to me one time, Crystal, like you said, everybody knows how big you are. It's like if you had like a present and like you could just wrap it in black and brown cardboard paper, or you could put a pretty bow on it. Why not? We can already tell how fat you are. So put a big honking bow on. I was like, oh yeah, because I don't know. I'm not very much of a fashionista. So, but I tend to wear things that are, I don't really give a fuck what people think, but I guess I just have this like brainwash, like, I wear dark pants and a colorful blouse and have like a little uniform. He's like, get crazy, oh, he's like, there's these pants that have like all this. I'm like, oh my God. He's like, your buttock looks so big and juicy. And I'm like, and I was like, oh, he loves my big juicy butt. Baby, let me get those stripes, pants, whatever. He's like, loves it. So it does help to have other people around you that love you. And it helps you also, I think, to love yourself even more. So I appreciate that about him and appreciate that about your Emily. Is that her name, Emily?
Emily, yes.
There you go, Emily. And Beth Ditto, too. What a badass.
Yes.
Whatever happened to Beth Ditto's clothing line? Is she still doing that?
I don't think so. But if anybody's looking, I do have some Beth Ditto pieces here on hand from Beth. She donated them to the store, so that's even cooler. Yeah, so I have some really amazing pieces here. If anybody's looking, just shoot me an email at fatfancy@gmail.com or message me on Instagram or Facebook. I do have some really cool pieces from like a 16 up to a 28.
Shut up. Let's put that. I'll put that in the show notes on YouTube. And we'll put that like in the search terms too, just in case someone's searching on it, Beth Ditto. We'll have them find you. Then I'll put it's fatfancyfashions.com, right?
Yep. Fatfancyfashions.com.
And then Fat Fancy on Instagram and Facebook. And what's your phone number at the store? Is the number at the store the number you usually give out?
Yes, it is 503-231-3603.
36003. And then I'll put that in the show notes too. That way, if anybody wants to call. And if people want to send you clothing, what do they do again? They go to the website and they fill out a form?
Yep, go to the website, fill out your little contract. All you have to do is sign it and put it in your package and send it out.
Oh, so do people get money? So the contract is to, okay.
Oh, yes. It's so you get money.
Okay. I think in like thrift store. It's a consignment store.
Yeah. All you have to do to get your money to is message me, call me, whatever, and then I PayPal you it, and you have instant money in your account.
Love it. So cool. Keep on keeping on, B. Just, I know, do what you can. I know it's hard work, and I appreciate you, and I'm sure a million other people appreciate you. Do you carry any men's clothes?
I do have a back stock of men's clothes. They're not out on the floor. I have a small section of pants and shirts mixed in. But I do have a back stock of men's clothes. And if you do have men's clothes, I would love to take a look at them. I do consign them. And I have a few men who stop by pretty regularly.
Nice. That's so cool.
Yeah.
So it's really for everybody.
Yes. Fat Fancy is for everybody. Fat Fancy is just this space where people can come together, no matter your gender, no matter your size, no matter if you're queer, black, brown, trans, whatever. This place is for you. It's for you to try on clothes, express yourself, and do things that get you out of your comfort zone in a way that is fat positive and brings you back to yourself and centers you in your own style, your own hotness. Really, it's a place to come be hot,
That's right. Exactly. Damn straight. Awesome. Thank you so much, B. Pleasure talking with you, and go Fat Fancy. Take care.
Bye.